If you live to 93, you might die with $28,000, you might die with $10 million. It all depends on what the market does. But you have forgotten possibly the biggest part of retirement that is going to take almost all of your money if you don't plan ahead. You think you've got retirement all figured out. You know how much you need every month. You know how much money you've got in your retirement. You already have computed your drawdown rate, etc., etc., etc. Chances are we're all going to need it at some point. Now, what does that look for you? Let's talk about this. Get a cup of coffee, maybe something stronger. This is not going to be a fun conversation, but it's a conversation we need to have. I'm Jenny. I'm your no-nonsense, kick you in the butt, holding the mirror up. I'm looking at it, you're looking at it. Life is coming at us. We can't prevent it. We have to have these conversations now while we can make decisions in the best plan for us, our family, our loved ones, and our finances. 70% of us, as we retire and age, are going to need some form of long-term care. Hopefully that is going to be after some sort of event to where we can go into rehab. We can spend however time there and come back home. For some of us, it's going to be the final stop. What is your plan? I personally have no children, so I don't have the luxury to think that, oh, my kids are going to take care of me. Hi. Hate to interrupt you, but real quick, YouTube does not give away free publicity. I have to earn it, and I earn it by you liking, subscribing, and dropping a comment and sharing the video. Also, binging my content goes a long way to help me get more views from YouTube. So, real quick, like, subscribe, share, go and binge my content like it is a podcast while you're commuting to work. Got a feeling you're going to enjoy it and learn at least one or two new things. But as the daughter who ended up being the long-term care solution for parents without that conversation ever happening, it was just thrust upon me, don't do that to your kids. If that is your family dynamic and that is what is done inside of your families, your religion, etc., great. But let's map it out before you get there. Make sure those who are part of that solution are aware they're part of it and that you're relying on them. There are things you can do now to ensure that that is as unburdensome for them as possible. Cost for long-term care can exceed 6 figures. So I'm personally preparing for age 93. That's when I'm going to kick the bucket, thereabouts. If I go beforehand, well then great. Then, well, possibly not great. But if I go before then, I will have prepared to have gone to 93. So the money should be there. Okay, that does not mean I am a bazillionaire or I have won the lottery, etc. It just means that I am preparing wisely and affordably living. I am not going to be drinking champagne, caviar on yacht. I'm not going to be living extravagantly in my retirement. I hopefully will not want for anything, but I'm preparing now before I hit retirement to ensure that there are funds available to take care of me as I age. So if you're hoping it all works out, hope is not a plan. Don't do that to your kids. Don't do that to your family. Don't do that to your future self. How fearful do you think that little old lady that you'll eventually be? Afraid because she's out of money or he's out of money. Don't. Or your spouse has gone into long-term care and 6 figures later, what was in the retirement funds completely gone. There are things that we can do now. Yes, granted, there is long-term care insurance. It is not necessarily available financially for some of us to rely on. I've not priced it for myself yet, but my plan does not necessarily include getting long-term care insurance. Why do we ignore this topic? Because it's not sexy. It's not fun thinking of us as the age and condition of the loved ones that we are currently taking care of or have recently lost. But it's a fact of life. None of us are getting out of this alive. And our bodies are just aging and they're getting more tired. Yeah, there's all sorts of things we can do now to help us stay vibrant and strong and fit for as long as possible, but eventually genetic biology, aging, wear and tear, it's all going to happen. Let's think about it now while we still can think about it when it still seems so far away, and let's make some preparations. You got to come up with a blueprint. What do you want your long-term care to look like? If it's family members, great. Have those conversations now. Put it in writing what you are baking into your long-term, that my daughter and her husband will move into my house, or we will sell my house and that will go into their hands in order to support, etc., etc. Then go ahead and start making notes that those things hopefully will be available when you need them. If not, maybe there's something else in place. But you've got to start a plan and start mapping it out now and having the conversation with your family members that you are assuming are going to take care of you when you age. Don't just spring it on them, okay? Nobody in their 40s and 50s need to all of a sudden realize that their current life is upside down because mom or dad forgot to tell them that you were their backup plan. Go ahead and tell them now. Check out some of the long-term care insurance. Find out what is available at what price points, and it could even be a mixed bag of things. Maybe there's also an opportunity in your area that if you were to put your house or whatever into a trust, that could stand as payment for long-term care to a facility or a home or wherever. And it doesn't have to be a nursing home. Assisted living is usually the first step into it. Nursing care is when you need more medical attention, usually in the last year or two of your life. But go ahead and start doing that research in your area and get an idea of what that looks like. There's also these great communities where you can age in place. Start looking at those, because maybe if you are like me and you don't have children, maybe that's where you sell your house, you buy into that, and then you can age in place and not have to keep moving every time. It all is going to be tied to what you can afford. So let's look at it now, because you might want to work an extra 5 years and sock all that away for your long-term care. These are the adult decisions you have to make at this point, not when you're 70, 80, 90. So right now, you got choices. Let's make the choices and eliminate the chaos. Give your future self and your children's future selves the gift of having had these conversations now, making the plans, putting it in writing, and possibly even getting the money aligned for these activities as they happen. Don't let pride and procrastination steal your golden years. Let the last memories your loved ones have of you be a burden. If this hit home with you, good, because it's not fun to think about, but we have to do it. And once the plan's in place, we can go on then and enjoy the rest of our lives. Like, subscribe, keep coming back. I've got lots to say about a lot of things. Got a little to say about a lot of stuff, actually. I'm Jenny. Like, subscribe, share this. Go to the description. I have some prompted journals down there to help lead you into retirement, both your mindset and your finances. I look forward to talking to you guys again. Twice a week, Saturdays, retirement videos. Wednesdays, I release mindset videos to embolden you to use your retirement lessons and seize it and have the best life ever. All right, y'all keep coming back.